All right, family. Now, good afternoon and welcome to the program Current Events where they come to you on TDN Africa Media. Where they bring the program come to you. My own name na AMADU Esba.
My own name na EZEKIEL KOROMA.
Inside the program Current Events, we can talk about things where they happen in our country, Mama Salon. Like now, the thing where they be now the city of Freetown and all about the country. We can also make yourself tell you about what's happen in your own area or any side where you find yourself at this particular moment with this program they go on by sending me text message to the number where they show on the screen, or you drop your comments in our comment section. And today inside the program we want to take a look at all the things that where we talk about inside current events. So like we do more of review today inside the program for the next 1 hour. So continue for the watch we and stay glued. No go no side, we'll go for a short break, we'll come back, we can continue.
Now not the time for better we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want to tie by division. All we want was see vote with violence, vote in peace, vote with violence. And they say vote for violence. Vote in peace. Vote for violence. See the end they say.
Alright, family, when I welcome back once more, and today inside the program Current Affairs, we look at the thing that will be done the talk about for Monday and to Thursday yesterday and today. Follow we just see how we go able for review. And so that we listeners will know what we don't discuss over the week. The one that we're not able for listen we on the other previous days, they're able to learn. So one of the things that we discussed last the declaration of results of the paramount chief of about 7 paramount chief where the ECSL being conducted election for represent the chiefdoms or the district and parliament. And one of the things that we talked about, we commented on, and we finally say in the process of the elections, there is a lot of void votes inside there, and that for sure say the ECSN need to do more, or if we do more in terms of for do them voter education 551 so that people go understand and how them for vote, waiting at some of the steps away they go through for like vote, not to think them for just send pictures or videos. Some people not able to learn by that because we get to be with people them where in a village they don't understand. But if you then do them, somebody do them before them, then take paper, then practicalize them. I hope say with that kind of education they go able staying at the 8. So we also find out say among all the 7 paramount chiefs that we then elect, none of them win a woman represented. So there is completely limited female representation in the parliament. So far you can make a comment as we continue for talk on this more. So this now one of the things where we discussed last. Which now you view?
Well, if you already know the paramount chief members of parliament, by virtue of the law, say then they represent the people them now the provinces more, because say the paramount chief them and then they rule them people them through the local laws them where they govern the people them. And of course we say each district divided into chiefdoms, and each chiefdom is divided into section. And so the paramount chiefs now the leader them for the chiefdoms, and all the paramount chiefs not go able for candidate in parliament because we get about 100 over 140 something chiefdoms in the country, and so you you want for take your time. You don't forget the parliament to choke up with members of parliament. So I think saying that make the law make a provision for just a single paramount chief represent a particular district from a particular chiefdom. So we see say that's how it's on the happen at the political scene for over the years. And this year again we see the same thing repeats. And the paramount chief members of parliament, the election can always happen first before we get to the normal election they would use forget. And of course some of the member of parliament then go unopposed. Some they will go unopposed. Some they will go to the polls for able for survive or make them as a paramount chief member of parliament. But again, like you state rightly, there are no women representative among this particular sets of people that we get for the lawmaking body. So what does that mean for we democracy? And of course, say when it comes to with traditional rulings, some districts not permit women them for one for chieftaincy, whilst you get some other districts there we give women them that opportunity there. So, like for instance, most districts them or most tradition, if you follow up the tradition them, we follow the religious and traditional belief of certain tribes, Nasalon, or certain set of people then. Amongst them, they no king feel say woman for be chief or king or whatsoever. Whereas you get some other sets of people that we give autonomy to women them for able for participate. So it not come as a surprise really. We will not see any member of parliament with a female member of parliament. And I think I go on for say there is a female member of parliament now. I remember the female member of parliament for Moyamba districts, the Mima Kajoi. Now I think she's a female, a female candidate. So I think for a clarification, there is a female representative among the female member of parliament, the paramount chief members of parliament. Them, I beg your pardon. There is one female representative actually, and from the Moyamba district. And like I stated rightly, districts then they will create platform for the woman contest for the position of paramount chiefs.
But they try to say in as much as if you look at the culture of Sierra Leone, we know one day gets a representative amongst the chiefs then for Kamna Parliament, and I believe say democracy allowed that one day for happen. So I believe say certain things again, democracy for those reasons are why some districts and forget chance to women then, because most of the women in there and then are the ruling climb and so maybe just because of what you say, but like since a democracy we live on, maybe we expect women have more for going to and for gain the position of the chief justice. Yes.
Yeah, well you know, yeah, not just for help you in that area. If you look at chieftaincy in Africa, there are several protocols surrounding it, traditional protocols so you need for go through. So I think say from that point of view, it's a dying age something.
Okay.
So I don't know if the modern democracy go on for tamper with that anyway. But like you say, in the democratic space, everybody forget the opportunity for lead. Like we don't see some families, some women that were born from chieftaincy family in a certain part then at the country. If they not get the opportunity for wood, then they give opportunity to them boy picking them for wood. Certain area then they do it. Chiefdom then they like Nakaila on districts for instance, then they do it. If you come up from a ruling home, if now woman you not born, you know go then at the throne. But once you born you boy picking, you're entitled to that particular, the boy picking entitled to the throne.
Okay.
And but it is a good thing, like what you say. We can also give woman the opportunity, as long as you are part of that clan, before at least succeed. Like what you say, no more. We'll move straight to the next topic.
All right. So before we move to the next topics, I think I just want to read to family them, so I made them know again the different paramount chief them. Inside the north, the district Bambali, we get the name of the candidates or the chief na PC Kalawa the third Salifu Mana. They will get but the paramount chief will win. Now they announce and a PC Kaiha the third Kande Baba name be win. He secure a vote of 1,630. We can move on to Falaba. The winner na PC Mara the third to Sheku TNK Fonkola. He been secure a vote of 1,184. Then you come to Gambia district. We get PC Ngba the fourth by Farmer Taz Bubu. Okay, the candidates we been win there now Sedu Kande secure a vote of 2,157. PC Kaba Sedu Kande. We come to Bon district. The paramount chief will be win. The na PCBO Prince Lansana, where is secure a vote of na PC Kaipumu Alex JJ Mada is secure a vote of 1,432. Then we move to Pujon district. We get PC Soa second Lahai AK. He gets a vote of 1,381. Then he gets so these are the different paramount chiefs that we've been actually succeed for representing the region in parliament.
All right.
So,
Yeah, you better say.
Yeah, so this now the paramount chief them for una way not be meet up. You will go now with subsequent programs say they see which we discussed. So we'll move on to the next one where you get for do it. We say we will get a high presence of the police them at the cutting tree.
Yeah.
We also deliberate on that day.
Mm-hmm.
And you see say we advise that this is an election term. For let's see policeman and go flop one side. It is send a negative message to citizens, especially the one where they do their business around that side there. It will create a panic. We all know say any side policeman they flop too much. Now something else now go happen. So people go with that view there. But say okay now something happen yonder bar. Oh la skip so la when I learn that not come with me. So we kind of discourage a large gathering of the police them at the cutting tree. So Amade, what do you say about that?
Yeah, of course it was a very ugly scene. And now be a scene we being uncalled for. Although we know say the police is part of the community in the states, but then therefore make sure say they notify people. Not every intelligence we think say them for let out. Nonetheless, therefore notify people, because the reason why the police need for notify people when they do anything and they know that anything will go wrong in terms of security business, and then we'll get for blame tomorrow. So they're not going to let people then start from beginning to feel like say, oh, now intimidative intimidating tactic than they use, or technique, so to speak, for able for muzzle people there, tongue, so they're not able for say what's in one for say. And you go also want for saying, when you look at the constant misunderstandings between the police and that of the main opposition party, the police for the make sure say they try for stay away from being to be over policing. I think if there is word like that, but there is a sense of over policing, because once you go block a whole quantity, you say nobody else not for pass in a policeman and no more you want for see. That is one sense of over policing for me, because policing for be the security for go after criminals more and focus on making sure that the laws of the land is well respected. So if you ask me, fine one, I go on for tell you say the police not be get any reason for going another day. They no notify people there as to why to make them go there. Because 30 the people they wonder. The police go pack narcotics on that day. Why them be dead? Why them be dead? That's the question where people already ask.
Okay, yeah. Like we say, we just within an election time, and maybe police for try for say then say make they not gather society too much. Let the civilians say no go panic. Just like we then say no go once there a large of gathering in our place, then say go like things say now then go suspect something and then go, if not take time then they go there and scatter that gathering there.
Yeah.
You know, so like but then now civilian no go and scatter the gathering because they know say they get chuk in their hand. We mistake and go chuk in their hand. But like they try for say let the police them also kind of withdraw themselves from gathering, especially where notification not there at all for the people them that side they will side in the gather. So the best thing is, or if that kind of gathering they want for happen, then we inform the people there early, so that the people the way they pass another area there will not say okay, and not to for pass, so the business they go on.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you just come and meet policeman gather, they go think other thing. So they discuss, we discourage that one day. Yeah.
All right.
So like yeah, so we also talk about the APC being write a letter to the ECSL concerning this voter registration list, and we believe say we talk on that day more. The things that we highlighted, the APC party being highlighted in order for they mention about 6 things them we actually they write about. One of them get for do with the voter registration list, where we believe say don't come out.
Yeah.
And they also ask for make the accompany them, or then tell them the possibility they print the voter the ballot paper them. Let them know what's not the number of the ballot paper. Let them know the person and make them get somebody for represent them. You know, they also talk say they know they allow people them where they go take the ID cards. Now then this ECSL district office, when people can go there, then the staff of ECSL they refuse to give the voter cards into the people them. You know, they also raise that concern. Then they also say the remaining voter ID cards, then for make sure say then list with political parties in order for see how they go safeguard them, how they go store them properly, so that nothing ever take place. So these are some of the things that we've been highlight, where APC highlights, and the letter where they write to PPRC. To ECSL. Yeah.
Well, when you talk about the APC, the letter where they write to PPRC, you go really want for believe say now waiting and feel and now waiting and see and think Now really make them lead, and I lead them for that particular letter there. And we found out say the ECSL not be react to the letter because them think say if it was personal enough, we don't go on social media. But since you don't go on social media, nobody not facing a concern in that. They don't talk to nobody because they don't know what they can't talk about. However, like what you be saying no more. The ECSL in battle with the other political party then you don't know now because the voter register don't come out. We just hope that they will maintain this pace where they move with right now by being together, by working as a team. Because then are the election management body. So we cannot afford to lose them because of political misunderstanding.
Yeah, yes, but in that letter they highlighted 6 things where one of the things them when at the voter registration list in non-commot.
Yeah.
But again, the problem not there too. Because they don't know it, they never access, I believe, they never access the document for look for any error in the documents. And once they find the error in the documents, they get for alert them back to see who say they did not do it. And also other things where ECSL staff they deny people for go take the voter ID card. We not see it any talk on that. Even though they claim say they not received the letter yet and from the APC officially. But once they receive them, then go look into and respond to that. But I believe say if that letter true, APC means something and then make sure say they send that letter to the ECSL for make them see they address some of the issues the way they mention. Yeah. So like in as much as the list don't come out, the voter registration list don't come out, what they see and also parties, especially the APC, they can and they look at her now. People look at her now for say they're able for find out which not some of the problems, which not some of the things that will go wrong. And I also believe say as long as as long as they look at the list, they not find anything way wrong there. I don't think say they go raise any alarm. But again, for the fact that there are issues, don't they go around with regards to this voter ID cards? Maybe they get for find out some issues the way actually they get for point out at the end of the day, because the issue of some people then still deny them for go take their card. So because of that, maybe we not go know somebody go omit that name there. It might be say Nike somebody in the party will go raise an alarm, or somebody in name not in at the center who say go register, and they want for say that the way they come, he go vote who say register. So you see all of them small then problems and then they actually get for affect the outcome of the voter registration list, So I believe that one they get for actually affect it. So something like that. So we also talk about, we'll move on to the other side, that the PPRC don't show reports on the Sierra Leone political campaigns for it lasts for 10 days. During the 10 days, the PPRC pull reports for tell we how the political campaigns go. And in that reports, they find out say some political parties they bully them during the elections, during the campaign, and then cited example of APC Management and Bond. So all of that they get for do it. They get for find inside the report. But they may engage stakeholders on that. They say that's no that will change, that not repeated. Yeah, so that's something like that.
Yeah. Well, when you talk about the situation of violence when it comes to election, especially the one we happen on my 91 and bonds, it's been quite unfortunate that the incident even get for happen, and we pray like that's not continue, because
Sure.
we want to see a political time where everybody just they base their campaign on policy, because with better policies we believe say we'll go able for develop as a country. With the wrong policies, then we believe say salon day for us, and we not really want to reach that stage where every other Sierra Leonean go just lose hope. So the PPRC, as much as then they put out the press releases, but serious actions will be taken against any political party will go against let's say the recommendations, or will go against the PPRC Act for face the full consequences of the law, because nobody know the way they are above the law, and the law is the law. If anybody go against the law, there are electoral laws where they govern we all, and so no party no get rights for stopping campaign, or letting no campaign at a particular spot. Now one, no party no get rights for attack in campaign, as long as ECSL will get a mandate, don't give a date out to political parties them as to when they're for campaign and how for campaign, because even this time around a PPRC determine how they're for campaign. So that's thing of attacking, because we see 2 days ago the same thing happened back.
Yeah.
I mean Dr. Samoa Kamara, I mean the APC party, then stop them not for use the main road for going inside Kerema district, which being quite unfortunate, and we don't want to see that kind of stuff there. You know, let people that really refrain from this, and PPRC for doing job by making sure that any party will go against the PPRC Act and against the Elections Act of 2022. Let that person face the full consequences of the law, because nobody not deserve for being intimidated or for be stopped from sending out the political messages peacefully, you know.
Sure. So you're right. You know, we just they continue for the tell the PPRC, for continue for do the work. The term not better again for the campaigns for can end, because barely we get to the 14 days for the elections. So effective maybe just 1 week and a half. We don't forget about the campaigns, and now ready for go cast we vote.
Yeah.
And I believe say again anything way any concerns we get for come with regards to the voter registration list, let the ECSL together with the PPRC for work together and see they address some of the issues today, because all that one they create the ginger violence in future if some of them in the way political party the race not be addressed. You know, so that's nothing. And in that we also get discussed on say the ECSL, of course, ECSL they meet with political parties, partners, and media house. Now ECSL headquarters, Tower Hill, na Freetown. So of course we don't talk about they said they don't about seeing them way like surrounding their own role and responsibilities. So on a particular day, the ECSL has been called a conference meeting to political parties, them partners, and to the media house for witness the event. And some of the things we then talk about now complaints we come up from APC and SLPP with regards to the violence in the way they go on during the campaign.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. The PPLC na the political party liaison committee meeting, and of course we see some days ago now the ECSL been finally meet with them, try to update them on the activities of the ECSL. They also able to give an update as to when the voter register can be available. And the liaison committee now it like the body we responsible, part of the body we responsible for election management body. That is to say, political parties and all the other institutions we they in charge of election management. Now they did a particular committee there.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, the APC and the SLPP then comment the way they make about violence on that day. I mean, it has been genuine because we all know say, and they don't attack SLPP supporter them as much as they don't attack APC supporter them.
Yeah.
We get for really try for see what in the liaison committee don't do in order to quell down this particular violence tendencies we don't begin to show, even though we will not get to the polls yet. And it's rather unfortunate. It's rather unfortunate that we know like a formal press release, or we not see a formal press release yet, not from APA and not also from and not also from the other organization like the PPLC, when are the political party liaison committee. So them first as political parties for openly the condemn violence. That's something where therefore they do. Because if they openly condemn violence and always sensitize their supporters them for stay away from violence, and then for do them, not so for just blindfold the international community or blindfold with the people then, because we know say if them for do bad, if once they want to do the bad, then they do it.
Sure.
They don't want to know whether we the people and they or not. But again, they get for care for the people then. But political parties through this the liaison committee are able for discredit or disassociate themselves from any political violence so far. Any party will condone that day. The liaison committee for come out strongly on that particular political party day.
Yeah.
And I believe if they begin do that, it will really help for salvage the situation.
Yeah, I think and it makes sense that the ECSL for really work together with political parties, because it's like not them customer or not an audience where not the target people where they work together. If political party know this, then the functions of the ECSL not relevant. So I make whatever concerns we then get between the customer or the client or the audience, the target audience, they need to listen, because without them, they exist. So and without the political parties, the ECSL, the functions of the political parties are not relevant as well. Then we just talk. Would I go say, okay, when I come live into election and decide would I, if nobody know they for do so, then when I say the functions or not the function, not relevant to the states. But for the fact that the ECSL day, when are the body for regulate elections, conduct and regulate the elections, and we get political parties where they send in the candidates for make ECSL put them together and say, okay, one of the people, now then why I say they want to be president, and when I come and vote for them. So here comes the integrity. Therefore, make sure say the ECSL counts them both today correct and put away the one they will know they not do well or they mark wrong, and then make sure say they for be transparent. Political parties for represent, for see what's in the count, and the center tally itself for all itself for being represented by political parties, because you never can tell at the end of the day they favor somebody and the announcer winner. So one for CC, the ECSL themselves, they remain neutral and they work towards their goals. You know, one thing will also impressed me so much, or I can remind the listener, is the secretary general of the APC in talk say if they get the assurance say then go assure them say violence not go take place whenever they go or do their campaign, they not get problem. So I hope say the ACSL did it, the PPRC also gets the representative, the other media houses and other partners, international partners, they also did. And then listen that message so much. And again, one for go to another one and see how we go for deliberate them. Let me catch one foreigner na 40. Yes, na 40. And he dressed like a ninja. That simply means we not get any forces or we not get any organization who they dress that kind of way. Now, we see somebody dressed like a ninja, cover in face, cover everything. The intention of can't take from you, or then you can destroy something. So let them catch this foreigner now, party. Outside the police may mount a checkpoint there, and they catch him. And when they catch him, then check, then shut him, then find one pistol. We get something like 15 rounds bullets in them. So investigations, I believe, say they go on smoothly and see how the victim or the one way do the work will face the full and force of the law. Yes. So throw lights there.
Yeah, of course. That news today and we still follow them for try to get to your fact them. And but that's again like maybe say no more the last them. When they do then checkpoint them, thorough searchings get for good happen, especially in a net. Police they not get for joke with that. Then for be very, very strict with that, because during the time they get all kind of a motor man we some not so for thief, some go there on a mission for go cause assassination. You know, so then go really get for put things in place, and the MacP don't already start, but then for make sure say them base some thoroughly on security check and not to pocket check.
Sure.
Then for make a security check and not to check your pockets, because we don't see say over the past years now that they don't happen, and we don't want them for continue. If security, a particular security strategy, wanna launch them for the protection of citizens where they sleep in a net, wanna for make sure say the right thing is being done for let a particular thing they happen. Ezekiel.
Yeah, it makes sense. That reminds me of a story where one my friend when a journalist, they travel for go McKinney. So along the McKinney highway, you know, so they get checkpoints in there. And of course, my journalist is on front with the police, with the driver. When he reach the policeman come around, he fling his hands on side, and he and the driver bind. And of course, this man don't read the information so much. So himself, he alert he get a phone, he alert his phone. Of course, if he don't put his phone on record, then no say but they can't reach a checkpoint and then it might happen. So not doing that, the journalists they take the video, see all the way till they go on. You know. So the sooner the man driver pass the money, pass, you want check for go. He said driver not going to. He said, what's happened? He said, call that policeman for me. Yeah, so the man just take the video player, he see himself, he see the action. So panic don't come over the police and you know the driver get for intervene. The driver says I'm big, I mean the journalist for pardon. The police.
But I'm not to something for pardon.
Well, now so it just what they call it, end of the story, but actually instead be one kind of publish or expose it.
Yeah, but such kind of situation to me, Ezekiel, should be exposed.
Yeah, but
to me,
you see, we come to back we have there. Sometimes you know, say we get sorry as Sierra Leonean. So even it can happen again at the media world, where you can just see you. They're sorry for you.
I mean, you know, the sorry for
kind of
corruption. Also, the way for sorry for.
I know.
Because at the look of things, yeah, and when you look at them, well, corruption. Nobody know for promote them. Nobody know for compromise them.
Yeah.
Anytime you see an act of corruption, if you're able for expose them. Why you want to come as somebody who not choose for come himself?
Yeah, exactly.
Because if the police in job now for them at the checkpoints, for check motor car them for make sure say documentation is correct, what you they work out with na legal something.
Yeah.
I mean, if not the police they for a checkpoint, then let the police do their job.
Exactly.
Me, if not maybe grab that evidence there, so no matter what that person they do, I go expose them. That's the honest truth. All
right. So all what you later for say is for more or listeners that we serve everybody gets their own part to play.
Exactly.
And maybe one way around, even though not to defense. But like, I believe me, man, I kind of critical somebody, but I don't know what him be happen that day the way
we choose
not yes. But we go left that side and we move on. And so we also discuss about Mr. Mamek Kone, when are the ECSL boss, this will be respond to rumors say elections not get for right, they get for push the date. And there are claims them way people they talk as to the problems we surrounding this voter ID card issues. So like because of the NCC, people in NCC, ECSL no they talk, no one say anything, but so the rumors go viral, say election not get for right until ECSL do this. You know, but we get a final response to the ECSL boss, say the dates for the elections still stand, and then as a commission, not change it, and whatever issues we surrounding ECS, then we'll know say as a commission, then we'll address to that. And I believe say we don't see the voter list don't come up, and that say they say they power because they know say time no.
Yeah.
Not fight again.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, the ECSL don't make they don't make effort in terms of helping the political parties for get all the things they're supposed to get on time before people don't go vote for them. You know, then start with nomination of candidates, then done with that. Then he reached out to so many other stuff then. You know, the ECSL, now they get the mandates for announce election dates. Agreed.
Yeah.
Everybody are aware of that. But when you look at the challenges in the country, when you look at the challenges around the planning of the electoral process itself, you go on for 10 for ask question. This election go right? Now, that's how people let me know request for quite a long time or register with them, they don't request for quite a long time, only became available yesterday. And
15 days to the elections.
and you don't even know it, waiting for be the political parties, then reaction towards that. So, it good for let the electoral commissioner come, say the election the rights, because yes, now get the mandate for announce election dates and as until we don't do. But when you look at the small thing where they happen around the whole election business, that make people in the doubt.
Yeah.
So if the woman take over ECSL, the young education where they give to people and concerning the election, that's a result of how they behave.
Yeah.
That's a result of the baby step where they make, where then they ask them for do something where they ought for do. So you cannot blame the political parties, you cannot blame the APC that much, but you go blame the ECSL that much, because all the comment the way the political party then they make, they get for do the election. So if people end up for oppose them, whether na APC supporter them or whether na ordinary Israelians, so people then get right for oppose una, people then get right for assume say this election not get for right. But na good thing when yourself come and can clear am and promise say ECSL go meet to all waiting they supposed for do before they vote, and that they should therefore do in a very transparent and credible manner.
Yeah, in as much as again the ECSL boss don't respond to this, but like, looking at the time when them publish this voter list to political parties, and when are just 15 days to elections, this is some of the things them whether the ECSL get for able for do. You know, we are in the list gets problem, then a one, and when they get for taking time for address them, because we all can understand, you know, and or then government offices,
Yeah.
you know, the kind of some pattern we can go on, understand.
Yeah.
You want something quick, you know, they get them that earlier, you know, and now they don't come pull this list, and we don't know it. But I believe say we don't hear some rumors where they go around say some problems, and they not the list where them publish.
Yeah.
And so we just want then say we the people they just see official letters for meet the ECSL where go states the problems where people then see in the political in the voters registration list, you know. Sorry, so people they had for see that one day, even though we not go gladly follow we meet any problem because of the time, but like again the manner and the time when this list come on, the time not timely at all. You know, the dates don't due. This thing for don't come on last month, if not the middle, but the ending of last month. If I don't come on by now, so now if problem for don't day, the ECSF for don't work hard and try to see how to arrange that problem day. You know, now you can publish this kind of same way the elections they na corner they come, and you know say the centers and Bokuna the countries where they do, and we know say not get for easy for let you put somebody under this that you know that kind of serial number where they can use times they get for make you start the whole thing again, you know. So all then constraints and they say for don't see reason say okay, in as much as people they raise concern, maybe we pull something maybe when somebody they read down who mistakes them go be seen, you know, just like when they do a letter before you send them, ask somebody else for read them for you, and that person they read I must find mistakes. You don't write and all, you might not notice you make mistake, but when somebody come and edit them for you, read them for you, you will see a lot of mistakes, you know. Now that kind of way no more, you know. I know say they're capable for do accurate work, because now that they set up the commission and we believe say people actually get the trust in them for do fine work at the ECSL. But again, we want for CC, we provide the ECSL provide the correct information, because looking at this time when this thing come on, no one gets any problems. I think this is one of the reasons why the rumors go say election not get for the election not get for the, because if something they when our problems one settle down, then why getting the elections where settle down the problems, or solve the problems. So you see, I believe say these are some of the reasons why the people they grumble so much for say elections not go for day if ECSL not address the problems. Alright, Fumble, so if you just join me, you they listen to the program Current Events where they come to TDN Africa Media every day from Monday to Friday, 1 o'clock to today, 2 o'clock. Yeah.
Alright, so Fumble, then we want for telling us say, because we all know say right now on one green thing the voter register don't come out, and we want for give the political party then time or let them go through and then we start for as well get their own part then waiting and get for say concerning the voter ID and register. I beg your pardon, we don't finally receive. So we want for the family them know say this is not the program Current Events where they come to you on TDN Africa Media, and we get plenty other program them with TDN Africa Media they bring content to you. We get Salon Talk where they come to you from Monday to Friday every 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and then we get the Current Events program where it starts at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. and then we also get the election program where they don't start, and next week we get them every weekday from 6 to 8 o'clock, even 10. So continue for the watch TDN Africa Media. Go visit we page, make your comments, and then also share and feel free. As we then I also for to give you independent, credible, and unbiased news. Today we just be one do review, as we not want let reviewers them down for today's current events. But I also the program will come for an end, and so we meet again next week. We will only bring the program can to you. My own name na AMADU Esba, the Setata, and the wish you a wonderful weekend. See you back on Monday. But continue for the watch TDN Africa Media. Just go now with YouTube channel, Facebook, and continue for the watch with show them day.
Alright, thank you listeners and for watching me na TDN Africa Media. My own name na EZEKIEL KOROMA. Bye bye.
Now not the time for better we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want to tie by division. All we want for see vote without violence, vote in peace, vote without violence. Till the end they say vote without violence, vote in peace, vote without violence. Till the end they say all we want for vote without violence, all we want for sin, all we want for vote without violence. Till the end they say all we want for vote without violence, all we want for sin, all we want for vote without violence. Now not the time for better we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want to tie by division. All we want for see